Hey, it's Carmina. I know you must be thinking this girl is it's I know you're thinking that because I'm actually thinking the same thing. It's past 11 o'clock on my time at home, but I really wanted to do this Facebook Live, and I'm gonna tell you why. But before I get into it, as always, I want to thank you for being here with me. I'm assuming most of you will be watching the replay because it is so late anyway. But I want you to know I appreciate you being here. It does encourage me to continue. So, the elephant in the room is why in the world am I doing a Facebook Live so late in the evening? So, today I want to talk to you about celebrating small victories. And I knew that if I had skipped today, then I would go back into my, you know, it would be easy for me to skip again in the future. And today was kind of important because it's the first week of the year, and it's been a couple weeks since I reported to you how I have been doing on my weight loss journey. And it was especially important I share it with you because today I don't have big numbers or some big victory to share with you. What I did want to share with you is what I've learned along the way, and again, what brings me here. So, in case we haven't met yet, my name is Carmina Mevs. I am a certified health coach, and in my private practice, I work with busy career women who are struggling with their weight. I help them ease their way into their happy size so that they can finally feel comfortable in their skin without dieting, without depriving themselves, or doing punishing exercises. So, in so doing, I've made the decision towards the end of last year to go on my own journey. And what I found it especially important because as a coach, sometimes you forget what it's like to be on the journey, and going through it again myself, it gives me the opportunity to experiment on my body, right? And let you know what those results are. And really what I'm hoping is that by seeing and witnessing and watching the struggle, the pitfalls, the wins, right, and the small victories along the way. What I'm hoping is that it will give you a, a truer picture of what it's like to lose weight, right? Because too often the media message is, oh, you got to go in there and lose weight fast, right? If you don't lose it fast, it's like it doesn't count, right? So you're bombarded with all those messages, magic pills, magic potions, and you know, all the stuff that really does not serve you. So if you remember, our first broadcast of 2019 was talking about letting go of all those things that don't serve you. And certainly the weight loss industry has not done a good job of equipping us with the right message and the right attitude when it comes to our health. So, I mean, I'm up here, right? I'm looking all stuff of messed up. I mean, again, to my I don't know. My excuse is that it is so late at night and I just got home from work, if you can believe that. And but I did not want to lose the opportunity to chat with you because one, it's episode 25 already. When I decided last year to start documenting my journey, I started at episode 1. So, it's a significant one. And number two, I did challenge myself this year to be consistent in my communicating with you so that there's not like a big lull in between our communication, right? Again, practicing what I preach, right? So, what I wanted to share with you today is kind of what I've learned over the holiday period, because the holiday is a hard time for most people who are watching their diet, right? You were bombarded with so many things. Like at my job, we had at least 3 different potlucks, right? There were candies and cookies lying around and all sorts of temptations. It was so, if you're watching what you're eating, it's the wrong time of the year to be doing that. And so, I had made a conscious effort, a conscious decision that while I was going to continue on the path that I had started on in terms of, getting healthier and wanting to release the pounds, I had also made a decision that I was not going to drive myself crazy over the holidays. It's not an all, for me, it was not an all or nothing type of situation, right? I was like, well, this is the holidays. I'm going to enjoy it mindfully, but I'm going to enjoy it nonetheless, right? And I think honestly that attitude was kind of a turning point for me, because I shared with you before, I've been experimenting on my body and trying a different approach to weight loss, right? And part of that is documented in the ebook that I have available for you to download for free on my website, and I'll talk to you about that a little later. But really, I'm doing what's called phasing. So I'm trying different diet styles, not diets, just different ways of eating, for a certain period of time, right? So my first experiment was experimenting with eating a higher percentage of healthy fats in my diet. And surprisingly, it was, I was a little apprehensive about that, because I was like, well, how much can I eat? I mean, fat, blah, 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 blah. But, when it comes down to it, you start to discover recipes that, that really work and that you enjoy. And what was the most surprising, actually feel satisfied eating, right? So that was that. I did pretty good on that first phase. I think at the end of phase 1, I had lost close to 5 pounds, and that was over for 4-week period of time. So I was really satisfied with that. Because I wasn't depriving myself. Like I said, I was pretty satisfied with the food I was eating. I didn't feel deprived. I didn't feel hungry. If anything, I could not eat all the food I was supposed to eat, because I was feeling pretty full. And then right before the holiday, I was due to start the second phase, which is a little bit different. And the focus during the second phase was plant-based diet. So still eating everything from carbs to fat to protein, but again, it's just shifting the percentage of the food that I'm eating. And like I told you, I drive myself crazy and follow it to the T, and I didn't. And I, after the holidays were over, actually got on the scale, and I realized to my surprise that I had only put on 2 pounds. Now, for me, it was such, I was actually really happy because I had thought that because I had kind of let go, that the results were going to be like ridiculous, right? That I was going to be set back, 10 pounds and all that good stuff. Because usually what they tell you is that if you don't watch it over the holiday period, you put on weight that will take you 6 months to get rid of, right? And I did not want that to happen. And at the same time, I wanted to enjoy my holiday. So for me, it was a win. It was a small win in the sense that I did get to enjoy my holiday, and I did still take care of my health while enjoying myself in the process. So, and that was especially important for me because one of my resolution for 2019 is to start putting an end with everything. So I can have this and I can have that instead of limiting myself with I can either have this or I can have that. So anyway, that was my small win, and I wanted to share it with you. And I didn't want to break the cycle of getting on here, every day and chatting with you, encouraging you to move forward in your progress and sharing things I learned along the way. So, as I shared with you earlier, I do have a free ebook that I would love for you to get, and it's easy to do. There is a banner on top of my Facebook page that will link you to the form where you can request it. All you have to do is put your email address, and it will arrive in your inbox very shortly. So I share in that ebook part of my journey, and more importantly, the challenges that I know all of us struggle with when we're on this journey, and 7 reasons why women in particular have a hard time maintaining their weight loss. So I think it's a pretty easy read, and it's informative. And if you were to focus on one of the action steps, one of the what's the word, strategies that you'll find in that book, I think you'll get a long way. At least it will get you started on the right path. So that's it for today. I'm looking like a hot mess, so I'm going to end it there. And tomorrow I should be on much earlier. All right. So take care. Have a good night. Thanks again for tuning in. And if you think of anybody who would benefit from this message, please feel free to share this video with them. Thanks so much and have a good day. Well, good night.